In the spring of school year 2020-2021, with the pandemic that is going on, the Department of Education has implemented the new normal education system named Distance Learning Modality. Included here is the printed modular distance learning which Alejandro de los Reyes Integrated School has adopted because it is the most possible access in bringing education to the most remote areas where our learners live. It is quite doubtful if a quality education can be transmitted to all of the school learners with this learning process, since we know for the fact that inequalities in the access of learning between the haves and the have-nots, the independent learners and those who are reliant to their teachers will be again evident with this remote learning process. But because we are all in this together, the school administration, teachers, parents, and learners never lost hope. We concluded this extraordinary school year strong and victorious, for we have surpassed the test that this pandemic has brought us. And now, another milestone of our dear school will come to fruition as we celebrate this momentous event in an unconventional way. To our school's division superintendent, Madam Fatima D. Buen, CESO 6, Assistant Schools Division Superintendent, Sir Arvin R. Sese, Public Schools District Supervisor, Madam Francie R. Valdemoro, School Principal, Madam Ira Ijigariza, graduates and completers, proud parents, Adris family, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 2021 Virtual Moving Up Ceremony and Graduation Rites, with the theme Strengthening the Quality of Education Amid the COVID-19 Pandemic. To start our virtual rites, let us put ourselves in the spirit of patriotism as we listen to the Philippine National Anthem, Bicol March, City of Hearts Hymn, City Division Hymn, and also to feel the holy presence of the Lord with an opening prayer.
Let's bow our heads and place ourselves in the presence of the Lord. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for gathering all of us today in this important event. Bless everyone present here today, that each one of us may be able to share what he or she have for your glory and honor. We pray for our graduates today and lift them before you. We ask for your peace to cover them. We ask for laughter and joy to fill their days. We pray that you would give them boldness and courage to face challenges set before them, with the confidence of peace that can only come from your Spirit. Be a lamp for their feet and a light to their path. Shine over them. Fill them with your Spirit. May today be a memory that burns bright within them as they embark on life's great adventure. May the various activities related to this event be a success through your intervention. We ask all of this in your name. Amen.
beloved Bicolanda, home of the Virgin of Peña Francia, renowned for feeling and city from dawn to dusk. We're singing our praise to thee, where the flames, sparkling rivers and seas, hills and mountains, trees adore. From the shores across the seas, on nature's gift to thee abound. Bicolanda, Bicolanda, our native land, behold. Albay, Camarines Norte, Camarines Sur, Catanduanes, Masbate, Sorsogon. Cities of Irigan, Nagalikaw, Legazpi, Tabaco, Sorsogon, and Masbate, abode of noble heroes, land of the free. Oh, Mount Mayon is watching over thee. Bicolanda, Bicolanda, the home of the Oragons. Fearless warriors, bold yet flame, the truth and dignity we defend. Bicolanda, Bicolanda, the home of the Oragons. Fearless warriors, bold yet flame, the truth and dignity we give. The truth and dignity we give.
Masbate in my mind, heart of the Philippine Isles. For the love of our land and our soil, bloom the flowers of our charm and toil. Protect the wildlife, the seas and trees, spring of hope, flowing rivers that inspire. For our children, for tomorrow, leading to a beautiful dawn. Masbate by the bay, seat of hearts and work and pray. Loving deeply, living simply, one for peace and harmony. So proud, stand a winner, by your sweat bless our Redeemer. Masbate city, 'tis your duty, all the way to give you glory. Masbate to the fore, harbor of talents galore, keeping a pace with tech and time, for healthy life and rhyme. Sun is high, let our dreams come true, the unity we achieve with all our might. Smiling people, nature lovers, marching, flinching and strong. Masbate by the bay, seat of hearts and work and pray. Loving deeply, living simply, one for peace and harmony. So proud, stand a winner, by your sweat bless our Redeemer. Masbate city, 'tis your duty, all the way to give you glory. Masbate city, a pride and joy, seat of devotion, poetry, emotion, between the city of hearts.
Younger youth's education in tight road, us in all situations, too hard to grow. But with teachers in motion, everything is set in place. With a smart head's devotion, everyone's gladdened to raise. See the division of Masbate, on top you always want to be. In sports and any competition, victory no longer an option. Onward we go with our vision, and as our next our dedication. So our youth will see the glory that God destined them to be. City division of Masbate, on top you always want to be. In sports and any competition, victory no longer an option. Onward we go with our vision, and as our next our dedication. So our youth will see the glory that God destined them to be. So our youth will see the glory that God destined them to be.
Welcoming you for today's event is beyond meaningful as we honor our graduates and completers and celebrate their humble achievements. To formally welcome us all, let us hear the welcome remarks of Dizel G. Pacheco with honors.
To my fellow graduates, completers, dear parents, respected teachers, and principal of Alejandro de los Reyes Integrated School, Madam Ira E. Jocariza, ladies and gentlemen, a blessed day and welcome to our virtual completion and graduation ceremony 2021. Today is a red letter day for all of us because it is not only the day which marks the end of our long academic journey in Alejandro de los Reyes Integrated School, but also the day we can celebrate the end of a very challenging academic year brought to us by this COVID-19 pandemic. If there is one word I use to describe this journey, it would be unprecedented. This word defined as never done or known before, and I am sure all of us have heard this word many times over the year, being normalized into a word that correlates directly with COVID-19. Yes, our batch have been placed in an unprecedented, never before learning experience. Everything was a first to us. New learning experiences, our parents as our teachers, cell phones become our notes in books, our homes become our heaven once more. These new experiences have taken us in a roller coaster rides because of some realizations which are both fun and overwhelming. Like our parents are more strict than our teachers, but we're left with no choice but to have them as our learning agents. We became so emotional that at times we tend to give up. Some even ended their lives. This may be an exaggeration, but because we are tied most of the time in our homes, we have grown tired and impatient that we wish to come back and be in the classroom doing the tedious learning task instead. And we tell ourselves a promise that we will study hard just to bring us back into the way we used to be inside the classroom. Indeed, distance learning have made our hearts grow fonder with the regular classroom settings. And now, I am pleased to see you all at a distance. Your happy faces and eager hands to receive the diplomas we all deserve can be seen virtually. Congratulations! We have done it. All the hard work has finally paid off and we are all ready to take the next big step in life beyond high school. Again, welcome to this virtual completion and graduation ceremony. God bless us all.
Good day to each and everyone who is attending virtually present at this time of our graduation ceremonies for our beloved and very precious graduates for the school year which ends at this time. First of all, I'd like to greet the parents and family members without whose sacrifices, whose reminders, and whose participation in the learning process for our graduates have resulted in this culmination program. This year, your role has changed drastically, where we've always thought, we've always believed that the matter of educating our children rests nearly exclusively on our teachers and our staff. This time, you parents, you family members, you who are in the households of our learners have expanded your role and contributed to this wonderful day wherein finally our learners are graduating in this culmination exercise. So congratulations, because this year has not been very easy, has not been a picnic for our teachers, for our family members, as well, especially the parents, mothers, fathers, sisters, brothers, and all who have contributed to the achievement of our learners at this time. So, maraming salamat at congratulations, parents and family members. Mas malaki ang role ninyo at this time compared to earlier graduation exercises. Secondly, I would also like to greet our teachers, without whose very careful review and careful supervision of the work of our pupils and our learners, this event would not be taking place at all. And so thank you, teachers. Your role has also expanded, in addition to seeing to it that the modules are faithfully followed, the assignments are correctly implemented, and the learners are truly learning. And you have had to deal with new ways of assessing the performance also of the learners. So congratulations, teachers, for enduring, for your patience, for your love for our learners, and your willingness to engage in a way and methods of teaching which are different from those which are used to. Assessment must have been especially difficult for you, especially since you were not able to see most of the time our students in face-to-face meetings, and most of the meetings, of course, were virtual. We'd also like to thank the local government units for their interest, for their cooperation, and for their continuing contributions to the needs of education, even as our children do not go to school. Your donations of material as well as financial resources at this time are most welcome, and your advice has been taken seriously not only by our teachers, by our school officials, but also by our officials in the Department of Education. We continually talk with local government units, especially in times of disaster, in times of great need for classrooms, for space, and for responses to unforeseen emergencies. Thank you, local government units. But of course, most of the congratulatory greetings fall on the deserving graduate. Each and every one of you is truly special. You are different from the other graduates who have passed through the portals of your school. You went to school practically without seeing your teachers, if at all. You went to school with your parents, your mothers, and your fathers hovering over your shoulders and seeing to it that you are able to complete your assignments. You are completing your studies at a time when examinations and assessments are different. You are culminating these long months of hard work at this time, even as you have to do family chores, even as you are distracted, and even as your world has turned upside down, and it seems and it appears as if we don't know what the future holds and what will happen next. But you have persevered, and now you are ready to graduate. And therefore, you deserve each and every bit of congratulations from us in the Department of Education, from your parents and family members, your teachers, from the officials in local government, as well as in the parent teachers associations. You deserve each and every single congratulatory pat on your back, each hug virtually, of course, and each greeting, which I am sure you are also receiving virtually. I don't know if you will remember this event many, many years from now. I have tried to recall myself who our graduation speaker was when I finished high school and when I finished my college studies. All I remember is that the graduation speaker was someone important, someone who was invited because that someone is supposed to give a message. What was more important to us graduates at that time was the excitement of the celebrations, the happiness and the joy of our parents, the sadness of parting from our classmates and from our teachers, and the enjoyment of all the graduation events that usually take place come commencement day. When I was a college student, we had a series of events which were designed to embed in our minds, which were designed to help us remember and not forget our days in college. We would spend one whole day going around the campus, visiting the classrooms, saying goodbye to our teachers, and sharing memories. We would have bonfires to say goodbye to each other. We had baccalaureate services where we committed ourselves to God and we prayed for guidance when we go out into the world. So many celebrations, and the speaker, of course, is the least important and easily forgotten component of the graduation exercise. Nonetheless, I will exert all efforts to share with you what I see are things or issues which a graduate should remember and recall. I have said that you are very special. You are very different. You are pioneering. There has been no other class like your class. there has been no other graduate like you as a graduating student, because you are the very first graduate of the blended learning response to education in the Philippines. And so you ask yourself, what awaits you in the world outside? You can either work, because the kind of curriculum you survived and underwent as a student will enable you to go to work if you wish to go to work. Some of you will proceed to further studies, and this would be a wonderful thing, because there are many opportunities for further expanding your knowledge, for further answering and looking for explanations of issues, events that make you curious, especially in science, in technology, and also in the arts. So you can work, you can go to further studies, and perhaps some of you will settle down, hopefully not too soon, so you can pursue what you really want to do. So today, this is why we call this exercise a commencement exercise. It's not the end of our studies. It's not the end of all our efforts with blended learning, with modules, with floods, with earthquakes, and of course with COVID. It's a commencement of doors opening to you. More doors will be opened because you are a graduate. You can work, you can proceed for further studies, you can help your parents, and you can perhaps look for opportunities to do what you have always wanted to do, whether at work, whether at advanced studies, whether at learning more in science and technology, in mathematics, and in the arts. All of these opportunities are available to you. More doors are being opened. I hope you will select the door which arouses your curiosity, the door which will help you know more about this world, and the door which will allow you to contribute to the development of our country and contribute whatever we can to solve our problems and our challenges. Congratulations once more to each and every one of you. Congratulations to you, parents and family members. Congratulations to you, teachers. When I was chair of the board of Silliman University, each time we had graduation ceremonies, during the baccalaureate and during commencement itself, I would cry. I would cry because you are sending out into the world a new batch of graduates, and we want to be sure that what is awaiting them is appropriate. We want to be sure that they are ready for what awaits them when they select which door to open. And so we tell you, go out to the world, do whatever you want to do. God be with you, and be assured that all of us love each and every one of you. Congratulations.
Alejandro de los Reyes Integrated School proudly presents its completers and graduates this new normal school year 2020-2021.
Madam, Fatima D. Buen, Schools Division Superintendent of Masbate City, I have the honor to present to you the candidates for graduation and completion for school year 2020 to 2021 for your confirmation, attesting that they have satisfactorily completed all the requirements set by the Department of Education for junior high school and senior high school curriculum. The candidates for graduation are 25 boys and 20 girls, for a total of 45. The candidates for completion are 45 boys and 84 girls, for a total of 129. Thank you.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Secretary of the Department of Education, Honorable Leonor Magtolis Briones, and upon the certification of your school head that you have satisfactorily completed the requirements of K-12 curriculum, junior high school level, I now confirm you completers. Congratulations! By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Secretary of the Department of Education, Honorable Leonor Magtolis Briones, and upon the certification of your school head that you have satisfactorily completed the requirements of the K-12 curriculum, senior high school level, I now confirm you graduates. Life is 10% what happens to you and 90% how you respond to it. These words of Charles Swindoll, a Christian pastor and author, reminds us that life is what we make it, that no matter how difficult our situation is, it all depends on how we deal with it to make things work. To the school administration, to the faculty and staff, parents, dear graduates, friends, ladies and gentlemen, a wonderful day to everyone. Thank you for allowing me to be a part of this momentous occasion, the first ever virtual graduation exercises for senior high school batch 2021. My warmest congratulations to our graduating students. At last, after 12 long years of burning your midnight candles, you have finally reached the end of your basic education journey, which is full of sacrifices and challenges, especially so that your batch has experienced the most trying time of our life because of the COVID-19 pandemic. Today is a fitting occasion to recognize all your efforts for taking an extra mile to complete your basic education despite the global health crisis. Your graduation is another milestone that will usher you to the next episode of your life. Our graduation theme this year, Strengthening the Quality of Education Amid the COVID-19 Pandemic, is very relevant. The fact that we are confronted with so many problems and difficulties under the new normal. I understand how hard it was for schools to cope with the new situation, to continue educating our students amid the pandemic. I remember we were all groping in the dark during the start of the school year because we were not used to blended learning modality. But as the saying goes, if there's a will, there's a way. Hence, as time passed by, we learned to adjust and become more flexible. Thanks to our teachers and parents who worked collaboratively for the sake of our school children. We also thank our stakeholders for their unrelenting support. We are grateful to the school management for providing all the resources to keep things in place. My dear students, we have high hopes in you. Fear not to face the future ahead of you because there are a lot of opportunities out there. The COVID-19 virus will just pass. Just like in the past, when the Spanish flu and the bubonic plague affected the world. You just have to patiently and persistently look for better chances for you to grow. With patience and determination, you can always find your place under the sun. Just keep on putting your best foot forward and you shall not fail. As what Charles Swindoll said, we are all faced with a series of great opportunities brilliantly disguised as impossible situations. Yes, dear students, we may be under the new normal, but this will not hinder us from making our dreams come true. Out of the difficult situations we are in, there are wonderful opportunities waiting to be discovered and explored. The pandemic may be a blessing in disguise for us to become more innovative and creative in doing things. At this juncture, let us acknowledge all those people behind your success. To the proud parents, our deepest thanks and congratulations to all of you. As a parent myself, I know how much sacrifice you had just to provide the needs of your children. To inspire you more in this special occasion, let me share with you one formula for success which can somehow help you as you continue your journey in life. This formula was taken from the book A Passion for Success by Kazuo Inamori, a Japanese writer and philosopher. This formula has something to do with three important variables: ability, effort, and attitude. According to Inamori, ability plus effort plus attitude equals success. Personally, I agree with the author because I have tried the same formula and have proven to be very effective. In fact, this formula has led me to where I am now. Indeed, having the ability alone does not guarantee one's success. You have to couple it with a lot of effort and the right attitude and values. I know of many people who failed in their lives because they missed one of these three variables I mentioned. Some possess the ability and exert their effort, yet they lack the right attitude necessary to make them stand out. Others have the attitude and the ability to do things, but they do not exert so much effort to succeed in what they do. Some exert so much effort but do not have the ability to accomplish things as expected, or they do not possess the qualifications to fit for the position they want. Therefore, dear students, if you really want to succeed in life, try to consider the formula of Inamori. Ability plus effort plus attitude equals success. To each and everyone, congratulations, good luck, and God bless.
Junior High School Completers, Grade 10 at Ceres, Mr. Zoilo A. Aragon, Class Advisor. Alteza Ryan M. Buri Jason Jr. B. Cardinio Renan F. Sherto Joseph John M. Elmedo Roberto Jr. B. Maglinas Jomar R. Nava Angelo B. Nava Christopher P. Ocampo Jobert E. Rodriguez Rogi E. Saldivar Paulo M. Tabunyag Benjo R. Tanyada Edgar T. Tanyada Elimar T. Kumbaga Christian C. Alba Jessa. Alteza Leia D. Bareja Aileen L. Bravante Sheila May B. Cantoria Angel C. Clavero Kimberly L. Contado Rica May D. Cortez Lorena A. Evangelista Sofia May C. Gillet Carmela D. Laura Lovely T. Martinez Rhea L. with honors. Montes Micah L. Pipito Juden Rose C. with honor. Salivar Kenneth M. Victor Sunshine L. Grade 10 Athena, Mrs. Pearly Armelieza, Class Advisor. Alteza Nolly Jr. D. Andaya Rodrigo Jr. S. Bantayan Nino C. Branyanola Angelo with honors. Buri Rod Emerson B. Cervantes Marvin G. Sherto Charles P. Cos George A. Gigante Jemboy D. Gratil Jericho M. Lupango John Kirby S. Magno Arnold Jr. A. Magno Ian E. Tumbaga Ryan D. Villamor Ryan Lee G. Aguilos Jana Tresha V. Blanca Rubilin A. Brioso Angelica May B. Brioso Angeline B. Sherto Meljane R. Dalanon Madeline E. Didios Raquel T. with honors. Gaita Micah Ella B. with honors. Gigante Elena D. Herela Jessa C. Maglinas Abigail T. with honors. Malinaw Hanamay S. Martinez Leia R. with honors. Masamo Princess D. Saldivar Joan P. Saricon Jarlene A. Soneha Gabriela May E. Grade 10 Aphrodite, Mrs. Tessa Marie E. Brodeth Advisor. Aldezo Joshua R.
Arsiete Justin F. Arnejo Jerry E. Uri Jan Paul B. Cortez Ronil A. Galanon Romel L. De la Cruz John Mike T. Donggon Gerald P. Evangelista Archie C. La Laguna Jomel N. Medina Warren A. Natural Jomari A. Rescator Prince Angelo T. Saldivar Mark A. Victor Febros Jake D. Albao Rona Jane B. Arangco Ami E. Basical Justine B. Brioso Angelica M. Buri Merchel B. Harmona Jeremy S. Sherto Hanavi M. with honors. De la Cruz Angeline C. with honors. Malazarte Rose C. Melieza PMA R. with honors. Patricio Maylene L. Riva Rachel. Rondina Lauren May G. Rotersos Trespa D. Tagsip Marilyn A. with honors. Senior high school graduates, K-12 curriculum, technical, vocational, and livelihood track, agri-fishery arts and agricultural crop production. Grade 12, Focus, Musifera L. Mrs. Reza Arcilero, Class Advisor. Alicante, Fernando Jose. Breyoso, Jeric C. Carmona, Ivan A. Galanon, Jerome S. Ilias, Marlon M. De la Cruz, Jeffrey. Ligaspi, Joshua, Ian S. Mancao, Romnick B. Nava, Jericho D. Saldivar, Renz P. Saldivar, Tito Junior M. Beliarin, Joshua P. Alicante, Jeremy C. Argoncillo, Karen D. Bolon, Josephine C. Puri, Camilan P. Cardinio, Rezelin A. Harmona, Stephanie R. Estorco, Cristina G. La Bastida, Vivian A. Lupango, Marvy, C. Maglinas, Tony Rose, T. With honors. Pacheco, Dizel, G. With honors. Rances, Cristina, D. Grade 12, Mangifera Indica, Erlindo Ibriol Jr., Class Advisor. Bolon, Ellie, C. Bolon, Osias, F. Carmona, Edsel, R. Dalanon, Carlos, D. Dalanon, Joshua, D. Elias, Michael, M. Espares, John, Ashley. Maglinas, Kenneth, R. Magno, Julius J. T. Miraliez, Roel, E. Oliva, Reynaldo, Jr. S. Saldivar, Ronel, L. Victor, Jeremy, M. Barreja, Janeline, L. Bueta, Gina, C. Kanaway, Carla, A. Dalanon, Ana Rose, S. With honor. Sap Jimenez, Kimberly, D. Labausas, Rosan, B. With honors. Lupango, Nikki, B. Patricio, Adeline, L.
Meanwhile, let us all be all ears to the inspirational message of our Assistant Schools Division Superintendent, Sir Arven R. Sese.
My respect to our very brilliant Schools Division Superintendent, Ma'am Fatima D. Buen, to the two chiefs of the two functional divisions, the Chief of the Curriculum Implementation Division, Sir Noel D. Logroño, to the Chief of the Schools Governance and Operations Division, Sir Renato L. Rubio, to our dynamic education program supervisors at the Public Schools District Supervisors, to the school heads of the public elementary and secondary schools, dear parents, graduates, good day. The end of the school year always brings us to the nostalgia of all the things we have done in the past 204 days. Why 204 days? Because this is the required number of school days in this school year. This applies not only to teachers, faculty members, and parents of your school, but more so to the learners who have been the academic warriors of this generation. But in its truest essence, graduation, moving up, and commencement exercises are done not for us to say goodbye, but to welcome a new hello to the life one will be living in the future. Dearest graduates and parents, we are all faced with a global pandemic that challenges our holistic approach in terms of sustaining the activities in this academic year. I know that you are now feeling mixed emotions because you are in the stage of your lives where it is hard to let go of the people you have grown with and became attached in your elementary and high school life despite this health crisis we are fighting. Yet, please be reminded that though we find it hard to bid each other farewell, remember that this is not the end of the road, but just a little diversion that will lead us back together to each other's path soon. This year's theme, kalidad ng edukasyon, lalong patatagin sa gitna ng pandemya, or strengthening quality education amid COVID-19 pandemic, entails a very interesting message for all of us. We are reminded that public and private elementary and secondary schools mold each learner in order to reach the fullness of the education system's vision and mission of producing competent students equipped with life-based capabilities despite the worldwide health crisis we are faced with. I know that you have spent the full 10 months of your lives as pupils or students who started off with a lot of concerns and doubts in mind brought about by the new modalities in the education system, but eventually learned to adapt to the changes demanded by time and circumstances needed for you to be life-ready and responsible members of the community. The teaching and non-teaching staff, as well as the Masbate City Division personnel, have always been your comrade in your educational battle. We are the silent support that steadily blow the wind beneath your wings in order for you to soar high and reach your full potentials. And as years go by, we will still be here to continuously be a sustenance to every Masbateño's scholastic needs, and no COVID-19 or any health pandemic can ever take that away from you. As you leave the corners of your school, please keep in your hearts the love and passion you have acquired in order to bring honor and pride to your alma mater. Never forget the place that nourished your intellectual and emotional growth. Always be thankful to your teachers, the management committee, and of course, the unsung heroes of your lives, your parents. Class of 2021, you are a special class. You have just won the battle and have shown great fortitude, resilience, and perseverance. Dream new dreams. Embark on who you are. Embrace life with passion and keep reaching for the stars. Shine on and go for it. With this, I leave you with a quote I want you to ponder as you go on with life. Failure is not the opposite of success. Rather, it is part of it. May the Lord guide you always in your daily way in order for you to become productive and significant members of the citizenry. Thank you very much, and to God be all the glory.
We can let the people feel our respect for the favors they have given us, huge or small, by simply saying, "Thank you." Let us hear the words of gratitude from Ana Roses Dalanon with honors.
To our dear parents, dynamic school principal, Madam Ira H. Criza, beloved teachers, fellow graduates, completers, and friends, magandang buhay. A day missed in school is enough to affect learning. How much more a year? This pandemic caught us all in dismay because everything seems so unnatural and unprecedented. The government hadn't issued too many health protocols for us to follow. These deadly viruses almost made us struggling for our breath, stopped us in our most liberating hours, took us away from the lives we have known, and started to engulf our existence. Of course, health is our priority. But what about our economy, our education? Yes, education that would take us to our dreams. This pandemic will not stop us from learning and getting the success that we wanted to our lives. That is for sure. But before we wave goodbye to our senior high school days, let us not forget the people who had a hand in our success. Because of them, we have reached this point in our lives where we reap the fruits of our labor. Let us all give them a virtual round of applause. First and foremost, to the Lord Almighty, who gave us this precious life, which is now more strengthened after the tremendous trials we had. To our classmates for giving us treasure-worthy experiences, for all the uphill battles we have overcome together, and for all the merriment, indulgence, and trips that made us take a break from the stressful process of education. To our friends, for flashing a genuine smile on our faces, and for not letting us do or face situations alone, for backing us up every time. To our parents, for selflessly giving us the support we need, financially and emotionally, and for teaching and learning with us. To our teachers and advisors, for inspiring and pushing us when we thought of giving up at the middle of the stormy days, and for supervising and monitoring our learnings through chats, texts, and calls. And personally, I would like to thank them all for bestowing upon me their trust and confidence, for believing in my capabilities even when I doubt myself. To our dear alma mater, Alejandro de los Reyes Integrated School, for making strategic ways to continue education despite and in spite of the threat that this pandemic had brought to us. Indeed, amidst this COVID-19 pandemic, there are a lot of things to thank for. Personally and sincerely, thank you all for being part of this wonderful and meaningful journey. Thank you for making education possible. Thank you for not giving up. One way or another, we still experience the strength of taking this education to a higher level even in our most trying moments. The celebration that we are having now only proves that education is still more powerful than the COVID-19 virus because the spread of learning is wider than its spread of disease. Congratulations everyone and Godspeed.
Commitment to complete an endeavor is always in the heart and thoughts of a person who has a will to succeed. Accepting responsibility is coupled with the promise of not giving up, but to keep going forward. For this, senior high school graduates, batch 2021, will have their class pledge.
We, the graduates of Alejandro de los Reyes Integrated School Year 2021, having this day received our diplomas, do hereby pledge that we will live up to the principles and ideals of our dear alma mater and community, promise to uphold its dignity, and actively engage in fruitful endeavors that will bring joy, success, and peace to our people. As citizens and alumni, we shall continuously strive to make our lives true and living testaments to the ideals of Alejandro de los Reyes Integrated School. With this pledge, we affirm our unwavering spirit of loyalty to our alma mater.
I close my eyes and I can see a world that's waiting up for me, that I call my own. Through the dark, through the door, through where no one's been before, but it feels like home. They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say I've lost my mind. I don't care, so call me crazy. We can live in a world that we design. 'Cause every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. special things I compile, each one there to make you smile on a rainy day. They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say we've lost our minds. I don't care if they call us crazy. Run away to a world that we design.
Every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. Oh, a million dreams for the world we're gonna make.
However big, however small, let me be part of it all. Share your dreams with me. You may be right, you may be wrong, but say that you'll bring me along to the world you see, to the world I close my eyes to see. I close my eyes to see.
Every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head.
A million dreams are keeping me.
A million dreams, a million dreams. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. A million dreams for the world we're gonna make.
For the world we're gonna make.
A year of accomplishments and achievements are written in the pages of her notes to keep her abreast of what is there to sustain, to develop, and to add for a better and efficient leadership. Now, let us have this great opportunity to have this accomplishment known to us as our dynamic and competent school principal, Madam Ira Ejikariza, delivers her State of the School address virtually.
Peter Helton said, "Adaptability to change is itself a hallmark of successful education." Good day, everyone. Today, July 16, 2021, is the first virtual graduation and completion rites of Alejandro de los Reyes Integrated School. Thus, it is my task to deliver virtually the State of the School address. Alejandro de los Reyes Integrated School is situated in Barangay Cagay. It is 20 kilometers away from Masbate City. Adris, coined as agri-developer and research-inclined school, is an upland public school that caters learners from barangays of 3 municipalities, namely Mubo, Milagros, and Masbate City. Adris is led by a Principal 1, supported with 1 dependable administrative assistant, with 14 dedicated elementary teachers, 13 passionate junior high school teachers, and 4 zealous senior high school teachers. Within this school year 2020 to 2021, Adris was able to nurture 431 elementary learners, 437 junior high school students, and 95 agriculturally trained senior high school students. The COVID-19 pandemic and the school location as upland school were the factors considered to choose printed modular distance learning as learning modality for Adris. Adris intensive planning, dissemination, orientation, and implementation of basic education learning continuity plan received commendation from Schools Division Office of Masbate City under the leadership of Sir Bibiano I. Cintillas, the former Schools Division Superintendent. The new normal of education has brought tremendous changes and challenges to the learners, parents, teachers, and stakeholders of Adris. The searching, downloading, printing, delivering, and retrieving of modules gave scorching tiredness to the teachers. The self-directed learning process and limited assistance from the teachers have given the learners tumultuous adjustments. Maintaining sane mental health and psychosocial stability, following and observing IATF safety protocols, sustain the entire community to be okay, even though it is not okay. In this era of COVID-19 pandemic, Adris received donations and assistance from generous persons, organizations, and local government of Masbate City, like bond papers from Ashley Rosero, bond papers and bottles of alcohol from Attorney Harvey Valencia, seeds and vermiworm from Masbate City Agriculture, uniforms and school supplies from Masbate City Government, 15 units of bicycle from Masbate City Government, robotics Lego from Department of Science and Technology, Masbate Provincial Office, books from Grolier, Philippines, 10,000 financial assistance under Integrated School Nutrition Model, 46 beneficiary of Bayanihan 2 for basic education, and 1 learning support aid from Masbate City Government. Joshua Marin quoted that challenges are what makes life more interesting. Overcoming them is what makes life meaningful, by which Adris lived in this adage. Despite the challenges, obstacles, and hardship of school year 2020 to 2021, Adris withstand the test of time. In fact, Adris has done several accomplishments and received awards like 2 Birth Action Researches of Teachers, Inclusion in the Simeo School Organization, Commendation of School Learning Continuity Plan, represented SDO Masbate City in the Regional Virtual Assembly for School-Based Management, Best WINS Implementer, WINS Best Video Presentation, and SBFP Best Video Presentation. Thus, I, as the principal, and the whole teaching and non-teaching staff of Adris, extend our heartfelt gratitude to all, to the learners, parents, barangay Kagay officials from neighboring communities, external stakeholders, benevolent individuals and organizations, and Masbate City Government. You have been part of our endeavor to win and surpass school year 2020 and 2021, the start of the new normal. Hence, Adris is blessed as it labors with bliss. Thank you.
As our program comes to an end, our minds never close to the possibility of achieving more for the years to come. Dreams are yet to fulfill, ways are given. It will be up to us to grab the opportunity handed down to us. This is Mr. Early Briol Jr. saying, God bless us all and keep safe.
The administration of Alejandro de los Reyes Integrated School, under the dynamic leadership of Mrs. Ira G. Cariza, would like to express its profound gratitude to all the people who are in one way or another helped to make the event possible.